Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining me on Conversations with Alanki. Vauxhall District by John Keells Properties, right in the heart of Colombo city. So joining me in this conversation is Roshanara Hatch, Senior Sales Manager of John Keells Properties, who will share insights into the journey, vision and lifestyle and opportunities behind this landmark project. And as we speak, this is where the development will come up.
Yes, this is exactly where the development will come up. So please come by when that's also ready.
I would love to see it. Hi.
Hi, Alanki. Thank you so much for having me today.
It's a pleasure. So, Roshanara, before we get into Vauxhall District, tell me about you. How did you get into real estate?
So I actually joined John Keells Properties in around 2017, and I didn't join sales directly. So I actually started with a new business development team. So this is pre-AI, so there was a lot of scraping the data. So I think not coming from a real estate background, that really gave me a really good foundation into kind of understanding the market at that time. So after I moved from new business development into sales eventually. And a couple of years later, now I basically head the sales division for Cinnamon Life, Trizen, Vauxhall District, and our project Viman as well now. So for me, I think what I really like about real estate is the people side to it. We get to meet so many different customers.
Sure.
I mean, people, not always end up customers, but just different people every day. And I think what's really exciting is trying to kind of understand, what they're looking for. Sometimes John Keells Properties is, the perfect fit for them. Sometimes it's not. But at the end of the day, we build really strong customer relationships. And I think that's really kind of fun. It's a very dynamic industry as well. And I think what's most rewarding is seeing it all come together. When you find the client the right fit and the clients, kind of confirm to go ahead with it, it's a really kind of rewarding feeling then.
And Roshanara, you just mentioned that it's important to know what clients are looking for. Yes. Colombo is changing so fast. From your perspective and having been in real estate for so long, what sort of lifestyle are people looking for today?
So I think people are really driven by convenience now. So I feel just from conversations we have with our buyers, there is a big focus on convenience and also time. I think people in general have really started to value their time a lot now. So there's a focus on, accessibility, connectivity, and there's a lot of conversation around like how much time you're just spending commuting now.
Sure.
And traffic, right? So people want to kind of do things that matter to them, whether it's, go to the gym, spend time with family, meet friends. So I think there's a bit of a shift there. So all kind of based around, what is convenient today. I also think people really appreciate more secure, easy to manage spaces. I mean, when we talk to clients, I feel, the fact that it's not always easy to find help to, have, manage large spaces is something that comes up in discussions as well. So having the security aspect of something is also something that comes up. So yeah, I think those are the main shifts.
So Roshanara, you just did say there's a shift in mindset. Do you think people feel differently now, not just about home, but also about where they invest?
Yes, I mean, I think definitely. It seems like buyers are definitely more informed and more intentional about their decisions. I think there is a lot more conversation around, the credibility of a developer, the location, the rental demand, the future growth potential. All of these factors, I think, are coming up in conversation now a lot more. Buyers are definitely doing a lot more research. They are, asking a lot more questions.
Sure.
And I think they're really trying to see which product aligns with, either their kind of lifestyle, residential purpose, or their investment goals.
So Roshanara, tell me more about Vauxhall District.
So why don't we move to our sales office on Vauxhall Street, and maybe I can give you all the information over there.
Sure, sounds good. So we're at the Vauxhall District Sales Office and I'm here to learn more about John Keells Properties' latest development, Vauxhall District. So Roshanara, I'm hearing that the response to Vauxhall District has just been so amazing.
Yes, it has actually. So just to give you some context, before the launch, we had about 100 reservations, so sales deposits. Post-launch and in about 2 weeks, we actually hit the 200 milestone.
Wow.
And now we're about almost 2 months in post-launch and we're at about 300 sales now.
And that's within such a short span
Literally
of
about
time.
2 months.
Sure. Why do you think the response has been so strong?
So, I mean, I think it's for a few things. It's something we actually have discussed internally, debated, and now kind of come to the consensus that the market knew that something was brewing long before we launched. So we used to get calls from around end 2025 asking when is this new project coming up by John Keells Properties, because John Keells Properties launched a residential project in Colombo after 6 years. It was after the Trizen launch. So it's been a long time. So the market was definitely ready for this new project and they already knew or had the kind of feeling that it was going to be in Vauxhall Street. So even with the brand identity, that's why we retained the word Vauxhall. It was already recognized and established. Another reason was that within our portfolio of completed projects, both Trizen and on 320, just literally 2 minutes away from here, have done so well, both in terms of rental demand and capital appreciation, which buyers have seen. So it became almost like established that this location would and could deliver similar results.
And it's such a central location.
Exactly. This location is really so central. And I mean, in real estate, they say it's location, location, location. So,
absolutely.
yeah, so I think with that, and also we launched, I mean, I think at a really good time. And just before, you know, the crisis globally. So it was a good time in that sense. And I think the product, the pricing, the layouts, all of that resonated with the buyers quite well from the inception.
I'm sure Vauxhall District really resonates with people, hence why there's such a strong response. So Roshanara, for someone hearing about Vauxhall District for the first time, how would you describe it?
Okay, so as the name says, of course, it's located on Vauxhall Street. And the word district, though it's an acronym, DSTRCT, we're also trying to give buyers the fact that this is not just a one-off building or tower, right? So we are actually at the location, and like I was showing you, we have almost 10 acres of land here, Alanki. So we've come to market with the first part of this larger development. And in this, we have basically like a taller building, which is 60 floors. And then we have a studio building as well, which we haven't launched. And funnily, people still want to kind of make reservations for this, but we are not.
So there's a really
yet.
good response to it.
There is a really good response. And what's really interesting is it's probably one of the first projects with studio apartments, definitely in Colombo too.
Sure.
So we kind of also, you know, pioneered with 1-bedrooms in this area with Trizen. And we've seen that response being so good, similarly even with Vauxhall District. So coming back to the product, so we'll have 10 floors of parking, and then on the 11th floor we'll have like this green kind of E-deck area. And then the apartments start from floor 12, going up to 56. So we have a standard floor plate of 14 apartments on a floor plan, going up to 56 floors. And then we have 3 floors of premium apartments. So that's something we did differently actually than Trizen. So here we have the larger units, some 3-bedroom, some 4-bedroom units, and then all of the facilities this time on the rooftop. So 60th floor panoramic views.
Right.
Yeah, so you'll have your gym, your pool, all of those facilities, function areas on the rooftop. And then from the 11th floor, the studio tower kind of sits in front of this building. So we'll be able to connect from this walking track area onto the rooftop of that building, which will also have more common facilities.
So like you said, Vauxhall District, it's not just about a tower or building, but it goes beyond that.
It does go beyond that, and I think what really makes Vauxhall district so special is its location. Mainly sitting on Vauxhall Street, this also has a second entrance from Dawson Street. So
Right.
you have two entrances to the project, so how we drove in, and then on Dawson Street as well. And what this really adds to the view factor from this building. So one side of the building will face towards the Barrier Lake and the Lotus Tower. So you basically are almost waterfront because you just have the Vauxhall Street Road and then the lake, right? And onto the other side, you have stunning city views. You basically at night, I mean, Alanki, it's honestly so beautiful because you just see the city lights, the cityscape. So you have that view. So the view factor also adds a strong lifestyle element to the building. You also have, I mean, literally, whether it's supermarkets, hospitals, banks, lifestyle destinations, all of these things minutes away, right?
Right.
You have Spa literally like outside, you have Keells, you have Navaloka, Park Street Mews, all of these things literally a few minutes away. And what we've seen is, if you're looking at this from an investment perspective, locations like this, like I mentioned earlier, even similar to 1320 and Trizen, they continue to have strong demand in terms of rental, in terms of resale demand, in terms of like future growth potential.
So the value keeps appreciating.
Exactly. And if you're looking at it from a residential perspective, I mean, you don't have to really drive. Right?
You don't, because everything is around you.
Everything is around you. And I mean, what that really means for a resident is less commuting, more time back.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I strongly believe that time is the new luxury now. So it's all about a change in lifestyle.
So Rosh, if you lived here, what would your day look like?
Okay, so I love this question because it's actually something I think about quite a bit. I think we were discussing,
Yeah.
I currently live not too far, but still end up commuting quite a fair bit to come into work. So because I'm someone who wakes up early, I definitely hit the gym first, be back to drop my son to school, come back, walk to work. This is the most fun part for me. I'm obsessed with coffee, so I'll definitely be hitting grind again
Sure.
multiple times a day.
Just like we did today.
Just like we did today.
Yeah.
And I think, again, because I can walk back home, I might even be able to take my son for his like evening activities, which is something I'm not able to do now. And then I might actually be able to put him to bed early, and I might actually be able to go out for a drink to Park
Right.
Street.
Sure.
Which
Yes.
is, again, something I'm not able to do regularly.
So you would actually have time to fit all of
Just
that into your day.
Time to fit all of that
Right.
into my day, and it's honestly something I think about just as I drive back and forth every day.
And also, Rosh, I think the fact that so many people work in Colombo, this would be such an ideal location, and like you said, location is everything.
I mean, I really think so, because so many officers are located in such close proximity to Vauxhall,
Right.
And I mean, even if you don't drive, just catching an Uber or Pick Me, even the availability of these options are far greater.
And you would save so much money.
Save so much money,
Right.
because right now there is a lot of money spent, just on cabs, because you get stuck in traffic heading
Right.
out of the center. But yeah, I think location-wise, this is really giving anyone so much of their time back every day. So there's so much more you could possibly do than just being stuck in traffic for 1 to 2 hours a day, which it keeps adding up, right? 1 to 2
Right.
hours a day every day. So
I mean, in a nutshell, it's all about convenient living, right?
I mean, we go back to kind of where we started, right?
Yeah.
So with real estate, location, and why that matters so much really connects back to what people are looking for.
Sure. And what do you think there's one feature or aspect about Vauxhall District that people don't realize but should?
I think personally, just with my experience in real estate, I think people often underestimate the benefits of buying into a project at a pre-construction or off-plan
That's such a good point.
phase, right? And the reason I say that is because you have so many advantages. So basically, you have like an open grid, right? At this point, you still are able to pick whatever option, unit, view, size, flow, all of that availability is still there. You also have the flexibility of a stretched payment plan. I mean, we're currently sitting in the location, so all of this needs to be kind of demolished. So there is that benefit in terms of timing for payments and cash flow planning as well. And also, you generally see the most upside over a 5-year project when you come in early. However, just to mention that, because we are, of course, talking about something that's not yet ready. So I would just also add that, developer credibility is also kind of very important to consider, because you're quite far away from seeing a final product at this point in time.
So Rosh, would you think this is a good investment for buyers who are interested?
Yes, I mean, most definitely. I think when you look at the fundamentals of this project, it ticks a lot of the right boxes, right? So you have a credible developer, you have a great location, you are still at this early stage. I mean, we were just discussing the benefits of coming into a project kind of pre-launch. And you have the rental demand, it's proven, it's tested in this location, Colombo 2, and also you have the future growth potential. So I definitely think it's a really good investment and a very good time to also consider it.
And also I think people watching this might want to know if Vauxhall District is more for living or investment purposes.
Yeah, that's interesting. So I personally feel the way the product is designed, that it caters to a wide range of buyers. So in that sense, I feel it's definitely for residential plus an investment decision. Because here we have, a mix of apartments. So we have the 1-bedroom units, which ranges around 500 square feet. Typically, we've seen that uptake by investors who've bought the 1-bedroom units or heard about how well the 1-bedroom units have done at Trizen.
Right.
Or you have your first-time investors or like young professionals. Of course, the price point is of course lower, so that's a good entry point as well. We also have, of course, the 2-bedroom units here, and there we see again 2-bedroom, like a 2-bed 2-bath is considered kind of a tried and tested unit when it comes to an investment. So we've seen that also do quite well with the investor community. And then you have the 3-bedrooms, which are the larger units, and we've seen, families looking at this apartment layout for residential purposes. So yeah, I think it does cater to both and a wide range of buyers and lifestyles.
And could you tell us more about the type of units available?
We haven't launched 91, so we've actually only launched 658 so
the
far.
91 would be studio apartments.
The 91 is studio, which hasn't been launched yet.
And it's quite a novel concept, right, in Sri Lanka?
It's very new, untested in my view, again in this kind of core of the city for sure. But I'm much more confident, coming to market with this, just seeing how we did the same with the 1-bedrooms at Trizen and now seeing how well it's doing, post handover. And we've seen just even interest when we talk about the fact that it's not launched. We see interest already, people already asking us for more details, but we don't have any of that information available yet. So coming back to the 658, so we have 92 1-bedroom apartments ranging around 500 square feet. We have 356 2-bedrooms ranging between 683 to 843 square feet. We have 184 3-bedrooms. Around 1,100 square footage, and we have 26 premium apartments. So those are what I was telling you about earlier on the top 3 floors. So we have premium 3-bedrooms and 4-bedroom apartments available.
And then everything else will be on the rooftop.
All of
with
the
that stunning view.
Yes, with the stunning views, yeah.
What gives buyers confidence when choosing a project like this from John Keells Properties? You did mention how it's so important that there's credibility.
Yeah, definitely. So I think looking at the portfolio of projects that we've actually completed, I mean, I'll just take Trizen for an example. It was our most recent completed project. When we launched in 2019, I was saying we launched in Colombo 6 years later. So this was in 2019, we faced Easter Sunday immediately after that.
It was one crisis after the other.
Literally COVID for a couple of years, the financial crisis. Yet through all of that, we've completed and sold out 88% of that project. It's the largest residential project that was handed over at that time with almost 900 apartments. And of the 88% sold, I think almost all the units are now handed over as well. So that confidence with the even Cinnamon Life, City of Dreams, taking, huge kind of bold decisions and still delivering that to customers over the years. And of course, the JKH backing is another big one. And I think just the trust and credibility, especially for someone buying off plan, like I was mentioning earlier, there's definitely the upside to that. But you have to have your apartment. You have to have the keys to it to really be able to, realize those gains. So I think credibility, trust, and at the end of the day, I personally believe people buy from people. So I think
trust is so important. It's such an important element when you actually put all your money and your savings and you buy an asset. So trust and credibility is definitely two elements that are so important.
Absolutely. The trust factor that we spoke about with John Keells Properties is how we do business. So we are actually the only developer that follows the escrow account agreement for our projects.
What's that?
Yeah, so basically that is where the bank, the developer, so John Keells Properties, and the buyer enter into an agreement at the point of executing the sale and purchase agreement, which essentially governs the fact that the monies paid towards these construction milestones can only be drawn down by the developer. So John Keells Properties, when each of those respective milestones are actually met.
All right.
So there's a huge safety net for buyers as well.
And a lot of transparency.
A lot of transparency as well. So there's no way you can draw down the funds for any other purpose, essentially. It's governed through this agreement and the bank.
So I think that's really important because we were just speaking about credibility and transparency. So Rosh, as we conclude this conversation, do you think, like when we spoke about it earlier, you said there's a shift in mindset and obviously lifestyles and a shift in what people want and how they perceive apartment living. Do you think more and more people are shifting towards vertical living?
So yes, I mean, I actually do think so. And it's not always that they buy from the developer or the primary market, right? There is also people who rent these apartments, because we keep talking about rental demand, right? And that means that there is an end user to these units, right? So there are, I mean, from my experience and what I've seen with Trizen, you do see those young professionals who are renting units at Trizen for the same reasons we've discussed. They live and work in Colombo. They want more of their time back. They want more of their life back.
Sure.
So I think definitely the shift is happening. I mean, even with our parents, they would just be like, oh my God, I could never live in a box. That's, my own parents would say this sometimes.
Sure.
But now, they've, visited where I stay, they've seen Trizen. And it's something they consider, right?
They kind of finally relate to what you've been saying.
Because the convenience aspect we started with can, kind of look at so many dimensions, right? One is it's an easier space to manage, especially when you don't have help. You have all of your amenities, whether it's the pool, whether it's a gym, whether it's a kids play area, all kind of in one location, right? So easy. You have the fact that, there's a community aspect to vertical living. That's another kind of underrated USP here.
I think that's something that's overlooked.
100%, because you have friends within a building. And personally speaking, through COVID, I actually gave birth to my son through COVID. And I was like losing my mind because we were just trapped in this building. But if not for the friends I had within my building, and that community aspect, there were people who I could at least look at and speak to. So all of that is also something I think that goes unnoticed. So the community aspect. So I think vertical living is definitely more of a conversation and definitely something that people are more open to at all age groups.
Now that we've spoken so much about Vauxhall District, if you could sum it up in 3 words, what would it be?
Okay, interesting. So I might say it's future ready. We're talking 5 years from now.
Sure.
I would say it's aspirational. And of course, it's well connected.
And also, if someone who's watching this wants to learn more about Vauxhall District or wants to reach out, what should they do?
I mean, first I would, say, why don't you get in touch with myself or someone from my team? We'd love to, take them through all the details, see what their requirement is, and try and find something that suits them.
Thank you so much for having this conversation and shedding light on Vauxhall District, the latest property development by John Keells Properties, Rosh.
Thank you so much for having me, Alanki. I really enjoyed our morning and our conversation, and I really hope you have a better idea of the project. And
indeed, and I'm sure all our viewers have a really good idea about the project. Thank you so much for inviting me here to the Vauxhall District Sales Office, and as we speak, this is where the development will come up.
Yes, this is exactly where the development will come up. We are sitting actually towards the Dawson Street side of our building. So please come by when that's also ready.
I would love to see it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this conversation. I'm sure those of you who are looking for a new apartment or who are into real estate would have really got a lot of information by watching this episode. Thank you for watching, and also if you want to reach out, Roshanara did just mention how you can do that. Thanks for watching. Until the next episode, stay safe and take care.